My argument for Hillary is pretty straightforward. One, I think she got the best ideas to grow the economy. And two, which maybe should be one, I am convinced that we can go back to the broadly shared prosperity we had in the 90s. And look, as I've already told you, I think the president's done a better job than he got credit for. But we lost the House in 2012, we lost the Senate in 2014, and we sent a message, we Democrats, by not voting at midterms. By not voting in midterms, we sent a message to the other party that they would be rewarded if they just said no. And we paid a terrible price. The country paid the price. So I can tell you one thing that Hillary will do if you nominate her and if you elect her. She will do everything in her power to organize every state in this country so that all Americans vote every time there is an election, and we correct some of this. And the most important thing of all is that from the time I met her 45 years ago this month to the last time I talked to her this afternoon on the phone, she is the single best change maker I have ever known. That is, you put her in any circumstance, she'll figure out how to make something good happen and how to get people to help her who thought they never would. I mean, when we got out of law school and she didn't take a big law firm job, I don't need my notes anymore. This is the part I know by heart. She went to work for the Children's Defense Fund. And she went to to South Carolina to find out why African-American teenagers would be in jail for years with adults. And they made a report on it, and they changed the juvenile justice system and saved a lot of those kids' lives. She went to Alabama to find out why private academies that were nothing but segregated schools posing as legitimate people entitled to tax credits were getting away with it, filed a report on it, they lost their tax exemption, and it changed the rules all across the South. Then she went to South Texas to register predominantly Mexican-American voters who had been citizens forever, but had been systematically excluded from the political system. Then when I got her to come home to Arkansas and be with me, she opened the first legal aid clinic in the Arkansas Ozarks, and all these Hill people had access to the civil justice system for the first time in history. She was just always making something good happen. She's the best qualified person I've ever had a chance to vote for. But none of that matters if you don't vote for her. So I will say again, look for everybody you can drag kicking and screaming to the caucus. Look for everybody who is eligible to cast a provisional ballot and make sure they've got one and they use it. And somebody say, as many of you as possible, I will stand up in one of these caucus sites and say in 3 minutes why she ought to be the next president. And if you do, she can be, and we can all rise together. Thank you, and God bless you.